If I could go back, I would definitely do everything over again. There's really not much I would change in it. Obviously, I wouldn't want my best friend to be killed in Afghanistan, but I wouldn't change anything, even being injured. And I tell that to so many people and they don't believe me. The one on my chest, it says, inhaling the ashes of our dead. On 9/11, there was this lady from New York. You can see her in the picture. She's wearing a yellow dress, but she's completely covered in ash. And then it said, out of the city, they walked into a new day, inhaling the ashes of the dead. So when I seen that, I was thinking, oh, that's pretty good, but that's like way too much to put on the whole body. So I just kind of cut it down and I put inhaling the ashes. In the quote, it says the dead, and I put our dead. And it has a big Roman numeral 7 here for 7th Special Forces Group. It's meaningful to me, maybe not to others, but to me it is. So this one is an American flag, and it has 13 stars for the original 13 colonies. When I did it, that's what it was just meant to be. But the tattoo artist said, hey man, what do you think about if I do this? And there's actually faces inside the stripes, you could see. I always liked it because over the years, being U.S. Army Special Forces, we've lost a lot of guys. The biggest stuff that I struggle with is the loss of my best friend. I met him on the first day of the Special Forces qualification course. It's funny because I know the exact time and everything. You know, he came up to me and we're in uniform getting ready to start a course. His first words are like, hey dude, are you an infantry guy? And I'm like, yeah, what do you think? He's like, yeah, me too. So we started hanging out, and then from there, I mean, we just hung out all the time. He was probably the biggest smartass I've ever met, but he would probably tell you the same thing about me. So on August 7th of 2015, I was on a small base in Kabul. Around 10 o'clock at night, a group of insurgents hit the front gate, and insurgents started flooding into the base, attempting to detonate suicide vests. Luckily, myself and 3 others were able to stop them at the gate. Then a minute later, my best friend, First Sergeant Andrew McKenna, showed up, and we came up with a quick plan. He was going to try to flank them and maneuver on them, but they were waiting for him. So when he crossed the road, they let him get about 3/4 of the way, and he opened up on him, killing him. He was shot 6 times. At the time when all that's going on, you really don't have time to think. It's more of just you react to whatever's going on. That was really hard, just kind of, stepping over them and just keep going. But that's what you're trained to do in the end, so that's what you have to do. But he was just a good dude, I loved him as my brother. It sucks he's gone, but that was the job we did, and we kind of knew the dangers, and that's what we accepted. From there on, I really just fought for the next hour and a half, trying to eliminate the rest of the insurgents. And as we started checking underneath cars, there were 2 other insurgents hiding. And as the 2 individuals were about to engage them, they opened up on me and ended up shooting me 4 times. Once in the left leg and the ankle, once in the left knee, and then twice my back, leaving me paralyzed from the waist down. If I could go back, I would definitely do everything over again. There's really not much I would change in it. Obviously, I wouldn't want my best friend to be killed in Afghanistan, but I wouldn't change anything, even being injured. And I tell that to so many people and they don't believe me. And I've told my wife and my daughter that being injured, that's actually made me a better person. My wife goes, I'd give everything if you could walk. And I'm like, I'm okay. I wouldn't. I didn't think I'd be, 44 years old and retired, living a good life. That's what I tell people. A lot of people are like, oh, I can't believe how happy you are in a wheelchair. I'm like, well, really, 1, I have no choice. two, like I said, it made me a lot closer with my family. Made me cherish the right things to cherish. You know, I don't care about cars or houses, but family, you know, my wife, my daughters, you know, some of my friends. It's most important.